Hello everyone, my name is Peter and welcome to this tutorial. I would like to teach today how to make good graphics in Canva. Canva, like Figma, are great tools. Now the argument people say is that, oh, you are a you're a Canva designer, you're not very good. In the past, Photoshop was the industry standard for making design. I couldn't even learn Photoshop in 2014, 2015. It was really difficult to learn Photoshop. There was too many things. But thank God for good AI now. I mean good UI. We now have tools like Canva and other things. Skittle. We have a lot of them out there. They help you to make work easier. And people say it's for mature. No. If I have Microsoft Word, I can create good graphics in Microsoft Word because I understand the principles of design. So we'll apply the same principles here and create good graphics. So these are some of my work, and they are for my industry, my design agency, but I want to make designs on something similar. So I could say I'm looking for Instagram designs. I could say Instagram post and just search. You'll find me this one. This is Facebook post that I made. So we could just come to create here and just say Instagram post. Also, you don't need to use the pro version of Canva to make good work. You can use even the simplest version. Now, sometimes when you get into Canva and then you need to use a particular feature or a particular tool and it's paid, you can always do that in Figma and then export it back. If you need an icon and you can't find it in Canva, get your icons from outside Canva and bring them into Canva to use. These are the ways to use Canva for free. Although I'm a paid user for some reasons because I'm too busy with other things, I do not have time for, you know, many things like this. So I will try and create my first post and I'll go to my AI tool to create content. So I'm saying I need a graphics flyer for an HVAC. HVAC is heating, ventilation, and AC. So I'm trying to target small businesses to get them to get websites, to get them to get website designs for their business so they can improve sales. Design, give me copy for all of these. Give me a copy so I can make the flyers. Then I'm going to press it in and let AI give me something. So these are two options. It says direct conversion for cost. HVAC pros, your website is costing you clients, body this, blah blah blah. So what do I do next? I would start working already. On this page already, we already have this are your sidebar, Now before I continue working, I could decide to use one of these as a template to start. If you're a beginner, I believe it's best for you to start with a template. Let me explain graphic design simply with this one. So basically what I copied here, this is the heading, the biggest and the boldest thing on the website, on the flyer. And it's the same here. This is the biggest thing on the flyer. You want to start like this, and then replace everything to fit what you're looking for. But for me, I would like to go to Pinterest first of all, and I'm going to search for similar HVAC flyers, or I'll just go to Google also, HVAC flyers. So I'm targeting this particular industry, so I have to make my own flyers to be different. So yeah, you could start with all of these and just adjust them to fit what you're looking for to do. It could be a food website, it could be anything. Just have to follow the theme. This is still taking a lot of time to load. So we have some of these ones here. It doesn't matter where they made all of these designs, it doesn't matter. You can see the guy wearing the helmet and stuff. Fine. So in the meantime, I'm going to open on Splash. Nowadays, I just generate my own images myself. I'm going to go to the search and type HVAC HVAC flyer. So this is what we have. I'm just here to come and copy a style. I don't know anyone who makes flyers for this particular industry, but it doesn't matter. So we can see an air conditioner and a man looking at an air conditioner. Fine, we already know what we're looking for the design. So I will then, but because I'm not making the flyers for HVAC services, I am doing a flyer to sell website design to HVAC people. So it's going to be a different thing entirely anyways. So I'm going to just add a new page here, and I'm going to paste the text I copied, which is this one, and I'm going to do like this. And there's something called visual hierarchy in design where the most prominent elements should be the biggest for sake of attention. We're going to just do 48, and we're going to just do bold, extra bold, and the spacing between this is too much or too small, so I'm going to just keep going to 72, and I want it to be on 3 lines, and I'll reduce the spacing between this. So I come here and I reduce the line height, which is the letter spacing, no, the line spacing, sorry. Good. Now, because this is for my business to sell to people, I have to use my own brand colors. So I'm going to copy the body text under, which is this second smallest text. I'll duplicate this by holding Alt and dragging down and pasting this inside. But I have to change it because these two cannot be the same size. They'll be competing with each other in terms of hierarchy. Then I'm going to go to 18, then make this not bold. I'm going to go and make it like this. Maybe I'm going to do left alignment, and I'll left align this one too. The next thing is I want to bring my brand identity. One of the things I like about Canva is that once it spots my colors for my brand, it will populate it with the color I'm looking for. So I need to find my logo, and this is my logo. I already imported it here. Import things through this place. Now that I brought it in, I want to change the background to something I want. I could come here and say rough paper, for example. I used this a lot years ago, rough paper. And I would just pull this one out here. Let's keep trying and see what I can use again. So for rough paper, this is what it looks like. And because I have my brand color already in the file, I'll just do this. This is not working, basically. We also need to find an image. This logo is too big, so I'm going to make it small. And the logo is not great on this background, so I'm going to change it back to white and just bring it here. Then I could still search for something. Actually, I could just type background. So I will just look for more things to use here. Play around with many things I can find. This is paid. I'm using the paid version, so sometimes I can actually go to Unsplash and find my image. I'll just come here for now and find HVAC, and I can see a lot of images already related to HVACs. This is paid, so I can't use the image, but I could still download this image regardless and then use another AI tool to replicate the image for my own use. So I could also just keep searching till I find an image that works. This is also paid, so I can't use it. Not bad, but I can't use that. So I would say I'll pull this one out and see how it looks. I'm going to put it like this. Then I'm going to replace the text color and say this. Then maybe reduce the opacity of the background so that it doesn't conflict with this particular color I'm using. I could keep searching also, till I find something very, very close to what I want. So this is actually fine for now. The logo doesn't have to be big. Restrain yourself from making a logo big on a website. Logo should only be at least 3% of the entire website. This is just perfect here. Now I need to fit in the next information. Get a clean eye converting website that's blah 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 blah. Then I need to come here and just do this and say this. And this is very important information, right? So I want to make sure it stands out. So I could say 24 for my size and just make it big. Then I need to add a rectangle to the back. So I'm going to search for rectangle here, or just press R on your computer. Rectangle. I'll say rectangle. Then I'm going to just make it smaller. And I can't make this rectangle the same color with this one. They'll be conflicting and fighting for attention. So I'm going to just use another color, which is also my brand color, and bring it here. And I'm going to take this one here and maybe make everything capital, caps lock, so it stands out. So I'm going to just come to text. I don't know, I've never actually even used this particular part before in Canva. So I could just rewrite it. Get the high quality website that we could make it bigger and say this. So the next thing we have is we have a list of 3 items. Build trust instantly. Then we need to start having points. Then I'll duplicate this with Alt or Option if you're using a MacBook or Windows, depends. Then I need to have like a checklist for each of these items. So we also have not added a man yet. We need to add like somebody, because it's actually the norm. Also, you need to have some space. It's the norm in this industry, or when you sell to people, it's best you have an image of a person there. I'm finding it difficult to find something to use, so I will just keep searching. And since I can't find anything, I'm going to just generate my own image myself. I will go to Whisk Lab. Then I'm going to just come and download any of the ones I find here. I think I'll okay, I could just search for Andy Man. It's Andy Man, not Andy Andman. Andy Man. These are service providers, right? So I want someone holding an helmet, maybe looking sad or something. Making me try to log into this again. I could just come here and say man wearing an helmet. Or I could just search for construction worker or plumber. So I could also just generate what I want here. Getting the right prompt is the problem. Okay, generate an image of HVAC specialist. He should be looking tired, dressed and wearing a green helmet, orange gloves, and there should be an air conditioner in his background. He should have a tool belt on his waist. Let's see what it creates. I probably didn't write the prompt well, but we're looking for something like this at the end of the day. So it's still creating it. We have to just wait a bit. This is not bad. Let me download this one. Okay, let's see what we created. This is not bad. I like this. Okay, let's continue from this and see what we can do. I'm going to copy this, change the orientation from square to, okay, square is fine. The ACE air conditioner should be shown at a distance behind him. Okay, let's see what we can create again with this. So in the meantime, while this is generating, we just continue with our work. So we need a check mark. So we'll search for check. Again, I've said if you don't find something in this, you can always get your icons elsewhere. You can go to places like flaticons.com. You could go to svgrepo.com to find elements like phone icons, check mark, social media icons, or any icons you're looking for. These websites are very, very good to find them. You don't have to use Canva if you can't find a free one. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to just drag this one out and I'll make it small. The image is ready, so I'm going to just pull it into this place. So it's going to upload. Okay, it should start uploading right now. So while that's uploading, we need to find, I want to change the color of this one to maybe blue. And I'm going to just do that here. The next thing I want to do is check what I created with AI. I think I like this one, but it's a bit cut out. Not bad, we should use him. This man looks very responsible. I think this man looks unhappy, so let's just stick to this guy because I don't want to take so much time. So we download this one and we're going to use him. The next thing is that I want to remove his background. I don't think I want to use him with his background on it in it. So I'm going to pull it into this design by dragging it inside here, and we should continue working on the rest of the content. Increase booking works perfectly on mobile. These are the 3 points that should sell my services to an HVAC. I'm going to group this together. Control plus G will group them together, so I can then drag the second point, then replace it with Control V. The third one was going to be works perfectly on mobile. I'll copy this and I'm going to I double clicked, that's why it showed. Now there's something wrong with this design already. The spacing between these two elements is too much. But for the sake of this tutorial, you know what? Let me just fix it. So the space is just really affecting me and I can't seem to get past it. I'm going to group it back. And I'm going to drag it here. Yeah. Now the spacing also needs to, I could just use my arrow to move it up. So we have this man here now. I'm going to just drag him into this design. Now, if you do not have the pro version of Canva, you can always go to a website called remove.bg, and there, this is where you upload the image and it will remove the background for you before you export it into Canva. But let's just continue. I will remove, because I already have Canva Pro, I can easily just click on this to remove the background of this man. It's actually the best and very accurate, unlike other tools. So yeah, we have this unhappy Andy man here, and we have our logo here. So I'm going to move these two together. I'm going to make this round, the corners will be round. Move it up. Then I'm going to move him up here. I also need a band of red of this color down here. This is where my website link, my studio, design studio would be rockplacedigital.com, and I'm going to span it full way to the bottom. There should also be a phone number here, social media links could also, icons could also be here. That's fine. So we already have this here. I think we need like a website here or not, depends on what you want. So I think we're ready. We've created our first design in about 20 minutes. So we're ready to go. We're ready to, we're ready to sell this to a client and say, oh, you know what, if a client wants this, you could also deliver. We need to change something. The spacing between all of these ones is not enough. We need it to have more space between it so that they can all breathe. So we go to advanced settings and then we do line spacing. So what else do we have here? Oh, we still have this one starting at $1,000 offer. So we don't need to we need to come back and group this together. So the starting price, also we just duplicate this far and just say starting at $1,000, and I'm going to just make it big, make this text in between. Now there's a problem, we can't leave the color like this. It's costing you clients. Also, we can change it to something else. You can change it to black, you can change it to red. I'm trying to make sure I get as much attention as I can. So I'm creating more chaos right now. This pricing should also change to maybe red. The text inside should be black or white. Then how do I do this? Okay, so I already have this one like this, but these two colors cannot work together. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to use black. Okay, black, blue. We should actually use green, the green from my brand. You could use the green, which is that I have to change the green I used here. I don't want anything clashing with the contrast. I would then use maybe this gray. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. I've zoomed out now by pinching. Then I'm going to just duplicate this and start to experiment. I will remove the background, this image I put on the background, I'll remove it. And I'm going to just, play around my colors and see what works. You play around with colors and, these are all terrible choices to pick from. I would just go back to my inspiration source and look at what I see here. This is not bad also. So I need to start playing around with shapes also. So we could just come to this place and just pick a rectangle again, and we could just make it big and wide like this. Then I'm going to rotate it a bit, make it big like this. Then we're going to bring it to the back position and see back. So what do I do? Because I want to make sure it works, so I could just do like this instead. Okay, then I have this one here. I'm going to make it red, and I'm going to move all these three down here, adjust this, maybe adjust this one too. Then we can have it like this. Then we don't forget to change all of these because the contrast is important to walk through. Then I'm going to make it white, and there we have it. You have two samples of content for our website. It's clean and orderly. Notice that I started and made sure that there was no spacing here, and also we did this one too. This is how to create a good flyer. We could also duplicate again and then say, you know what, we want a gradient. I don't know what gradient black is, but let's see. And this is even videos, so we could just drag this and just maybe turn it around so it starts from the top. It's just about playing with colors and making sure you stick to a principle. So we need to make it there should be an edit button somewhere. Okay, I think I'm using the wrong one. Gradient. Let's just look for gradient again. Okay, I already have that gradient here. I would like to just turn it around, then change the color to this green. And just bring to the back also. It's at the forefront. So we have a gradient already, right? Okay, the color is not working, so we're going to just change it to something like this. Not bad. The black here, they need to fix how to pick each of the individual colors from these two. So I'm going to just try and make it black and see if that works. If it doesn't work, I just need to just make the opacity a bit lighter. But yeah, this is how to create a good, simple flyer for your business with Canva. I'm going to make another one soon. So please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Thank you very much.